What is happening? It's so loud out there. You guys hear that rain? Good Lord, I was trying to sleep. Are you kidding me right now? Well, I don't know if we're about to get us one of them dadgum tornadoes up here in the Northeast or what. But it got real loud out there. I was passed out and all this stuff's just banging into the top of the truck. Oh well. If we don't make it, we don't make it, folks. That's the way she goes. But now it's calming down. Now it's not as intense as it was a second ago, so I just sound ridiculous. Anyways, probably just being a drama queen again. I don't know. I don't know. Shame on the mess or whatever. I don't know, fellas. But I don't have no windows in here, so I guess I just don't know what's going on out there. If we die, we die. We'll see you in the morning, maybe. Good morning, good morning. Just walked across the parking lot. And it's really windy out there, so all that walking in the wind left it hard for me to breathe. Trying to catch my breath, but we survived the storm of the century up here in wherever the hell we're at. And we're just getting ready to get her on the road. 201 miles to go, and it is 7 in the morning. Figured as long as I'm rolling by 8, that would be good enough. So 7 a.m. right now. We'll do a pre-trip 7:30 at the latest, and we'll be out of here. Get there by noon at the latest, and then we'll just be done for the day. Waiting for tomorrow morning 6:30 a.m. delivery on one drop. The whole load is 35,000 pounds. 18 pallets, 25,000 pounds of that going to the first stop. And then the second stop is 6 pallets, 9,000 pounds, and we will be done with this load at that point. So the new trailer, brand new trailer, the reefer unit is super efficient on it. I had to put in fuel, obviously, the first day I got it. That's the only time I put in fuel, and it's just under half right now. So I'll probably get to our destination and go ahead and fill it up for next week. But you know, obviously I've been turning it off when I'm empty, but it's very efficient, so that's awesome. Certainly need that. Anything we can do to save a little money on our side, and that reefer fuel is my problem, so that's awesome to see. But I don't really have too much more going on. I had quite a bit of extra time last night, so I went in and ate at the Country Pride, because the only other thing around here was a McDonald's. I'm like, come on, man. After 2 days out in the wilderness by myself, I wanted some food, and well, that's where I went. That's where I went. And then played a little Cyberpunk, and that's really all we did. So we're trying to get motivated to get to work, I guess, because I don't really feel like it. I'd rather not. I could have finished that drive. If I was in any other part of the country, I would have just finished out that 200 miles and then taken a 34. But I always get nervous in the Northeast. If I see a parking spot, I better just go ahead and take it, you know, because I'm just going over here to New York. So you never know. Never know if there will be a spot ready for you. But I don't really have much else going on right now. I just need to get over there and get this done, and we'll see what the day brings us. So talk soon. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I'm just I just feel like talking for a minute. I guess really about nothing, but we're getting around. Let's see. I'm trying to do the math in my head, because I'm about to get my second of my 2 of 5 of my installments of my sign-on bonus. So I work for a month and then get one, and then I work for a month and I get another. So we're around 2. I feel like it's more than that. We're around 3 months. Yeah, 9 weeks. I'm on my 10th week back on the road, so about 2.5 months. 2.5 months that I've been back out here, and tonight sucks. Tonight really sucks. I do enjoy trucking. I do enjoy being out here on the road, but there's some nights that no matter what you do, you just can't get out of your own head, right? You just sit here and you think about this and that, and what can I do, and all these things. And that's what I'm doing tonight. So I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of what I'm about to say is probably going to come out as like a jumbled mess. It's not that it won't make sense, because a lot of you are truckers also. A lot of you are over-the-road truckers. And you know what it's like to have a night where you just sit in your truck and all you have is the thoughts in your head. And the bad thing is, I'm in a weird spot where there's nothing around me. There's like a bar and grill like 3 miles away. You know what there's not here? Uber. Like literally no Ubers on the map, you know. I should invest in some sort of like bicycle or something to strap on the back of my truck for nights like this, because man, I am struggling. I am just having a night where I'm just sitting here and I'm just thinking, and it's like, okay, how do I continue to improve my situation? Because for one, this is a very tough freight market, right? Very, very tough, and we're all just kind of trying to survive it, you know, see how it goes, but we just don't know from week to week how we're gonna do, and it's very unpredictable, and all we can do is kind of prepare for the worst, right? And just try to survive it. Talk to a few of you guys. This video will come out tomorrow, but earlier today I was able to do a live stream, and that kind of alleviated what was going on for a little while in my own head. We get in our heads out here. For my non-truckers that watch, it feels like complete isolation sometimes, all by yourself. I was on that live stream for, it got close to an hour. My internet dropped for just a second. Live stream went off. I could have went back on, but I'm like, we've already done a live stream. And it was super cool to hang out with you guys and talk to people. But tonight's just one of those nights, man. Like, no matter what I do, the thoughts in my head just will not shut up, you know? And just trying to figure out how to do things. What's the best move? What's the best decision to make with everything right now? Because everything's kind of a mess. Like, nothing's good for anyone out there. And I've been trying to avoid like the real world, everything that's going on in the news. I've seen a couple videos here and there. The dollar's collapsing, the banking system's going under, all this stuff, and like it's just like, what do we do? Right? What are we supposed to do? Panic about that? Freak out? Or just ignore it and see what happens? I just don't really know. What good would panicking do a truck driver out on the road, right? We're just trying to kind of make it. And for me, I'm just hoping for the best tomorrow. I have 2 grocery warehouses to deliver to. Knowing them, they could just take up my whole day. Oh yeah, they could just take up my whole day and do whatever they want to me. And I could be out the whole day. So we'll kind of see what's going on with that. But it's just loud in my head tonight. And I know there'll be people out there going, Josh is losing it. This guy trucks, he's going crazy. Don't we all sometimes? Don't we all sometimes? And yes, tonight I am having one of those nights where I just rather be anywhere else in the world than sitting in a truck in the middle of nowhere, New York, with literally nothing to do around me. No one to talk to. Nothing. Just nothingness. Just the void. Just empty in every direction. And I just rather fucking not do that tonight. You know, I do catch myself sometimes. A lot of you guys have added me on Snapchat, which I do use to communicate with people sometimes. I am really bad about keeping in touch with people because I'm a terrible person, I guess. I'm not really sure. I'm always so busy until I'm not, and then I'm like, why don't I have any friends? But I'll look at the Snap map sometimes and be like, is anyone around me? And like, that's worked out a few times where I've been able to hang out with a few people to watch my channel, stuff like that. But I guess the point is, like, tonight I am really struggling in my own head, and like sitting here looking at the whole world around me and going, how, not only how do I improve my situation, how do I continue to build and improve on my situation, but how do all of us, right? How do all of us? I know there's some people out there that are doing well right now, and we're just in a really bad market, and it could be worse. It has been worse, but where's my vape at? Where's my nicotine? I should just start taking shots off the bottle of vape juice, if I'm being honest. But as a lot of you know, I'm not special in this sense in any way. I think a lot of us kind of deal with it, especially these days. But I am an absolute ball of anxiety. I'm sure you guys pick up on that in my videos. Sometimes people call me out on it in the comment section, to which I go, yep, that's completely true. And tonight is, I would say, no different. But tonight's one of those extreme times where like my head just is racing and just will not stop, just won't stop. Like, what do we do? What's the next move? What do we do from here? Tomorrow, what's going to be the next load? Oh God, I don't know, because I do my first delivery at 6:30 in the morning. The second delivery is at 10 a.m. I could, if the first one gets done quickly, I could probably be at the second one by like 9. Maybe I could be done by 10 or 11, but no matter what, I'm not picking up until tomorrow afternoon. And then where am I going to park the truck when it gets tomorrow afternoon in the Northeast? And oh my God, what am I going to do? How much money are we going to make this week? Is it going to be enough? How do we offset all the expenses? And Jesus Christ, I just, it just won't stop. It just won't stop. It is what I signed up for. It is, because I don't like boring at all. So I do this to myself instead, because I don't like being bored. I instead decide that I'll get into a lease purchase. And for the most part, it's going okay, guys. It really is. Last week was rough. Didn't make a whole lot by the time we paid the bills. This week should be okay, but it's second month in a row that we're kind of being bailed out a little bit by the sign-on bonus. The first month, we got that sign-on bonus. So my sign-on bonus is $5,000, paid out $1,000 per month, the first paycheck of every month for 5 months until it's paid in full, right? Last month it saved me because I didn't make any money that week. This month with the sign-on bonus this week brings the gross up to like $6,650, which is a respectable week. We can deal with that. But I guess the things I'm struggling with, and I kind of want to apologize for just rambling, but if you're here and you know me, then you know that's what I do. But one of the things I'm really having a hard time with is truck prices are just coming down like pretty quickly. You know, there's some that are really affordable. Like, I don't want to go buy an International again, but I was pricing them just to see. And if you guys remember, I bought mine, the 2016 Pro Star, for like $42,000. You're seeing them in the low 30s now, and it's like, this is amazing that truck prices are dropping like that. But the reason is because so many people are selling trucks because they're losing their asses right now, and then the dealers have too much inventory and they're just trying to get rid of trucks. And there was a time, guys, less than 2 years ago, if I needed to put down 10 grand on a truck, I just went to the bank and I grabbed a cashier's check or whatever, and I went and put 10 grand down on the truck. And I don't know if that solves my problems, right? I don't know if it does, but you're seeing trucks like mine for like $70,000. Now, by the time I pay mine off, if I were to finish the lease, it'd be $135,000. So I was trying to figure that out with interest. If you bought like a $70,000 truck, what would your interest rate be? And over how many years, what would the actual price be? And I didn't get that figured out, because when it comes to that kind of math, I have no clue. I have no idea. But the 135, but by the time I pay it off, like, we're getting close to 600,000 miles on this truck now. We're gonna have a 8-9 million mile truck that we're sitting on at that point. So what do we do, right? And that's just what's plaguing my brain right now, because it's not that everything's going wrong, and I'm getting ahead of myself is part of the problem. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I looked at the load board, but what good does that do me on a Sunday evening? It does me absolutely no good. And I need to be patient and wait for my dispatcher to call me and tell me what he's got, so I can chill out, so I can relax, you know, and kind of figure out what we're going to do. And that's where we're at right now. But my hopes are, obviously, with switching to reefer, we see
a lot more gross, which I think we will, because my bad weeks in dry van were like 3,000. I had some gross 3,000 weeks, which makes nothing by the time you're done. And I would hope that last week was a bad week in reefer at 5,600. I would hope, but I don't really know. And I guess that's the whole point of the video, or this part of the video, because I could just go on and on forever. But tonight's just one of those nights, man, of like just head racing and wanting solutions like right now. And I don't see any, but I'll probably just try to calm myself down and look at some stuff referring to freight rates and things like that, and try to figure out how to make everything better. What's the next move? What's the next logical thing to do? And I guess in that sense, I try to find a silver lining in things, because you guys remember, it wasn't that long ago that I could do no wrong, man. Everything I touched turned to gold there for a little while, and it was nothing for me to write a check for any amount. It didn't matter what it was. And it's kind of cool trying to fight my way back to that. You know, I know that if I ever get back to that level again, I will handle it much more maturely than I did, because I know that it can go away, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say in that sense, I'm kind of blessed, if you will, that I don't have that kind of money anymore just to make like quick decisions. I just wish this freight market would get a little better for us, and it will. It will. But right now it's just it's probably not even that bad. Just me in my head overreacting to what's going on around me. But hey, I'm a motivated guy, and I'm gonna keep trying. But tonight's just a lot of noise in my head, and thank you all for being my therapist and letting me talk to you, because sometimes that's what YouTube is for me, is just me spilling my thoughts and emotions all over the internet for people to look at. But you know, we'll see what tomorrow looks like. It'll probably be updated on this video. We'll see what the next load looks like. We'll see what we're doing. But right now, nothing feels good. Everything just feels like anxiety, and I hate that. And I feel like I'm gonna have a really hard time sleeping tonight. And I hate the way that feels a lot. But I'll leave you guys to it for now. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Maybe I'll be in a better mood. Thanks for listening. Bye now. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm sure that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I just said good morning earlier in the video. Yeah, I only had like 2 minutes worth of video recorded or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's why I went live yesterday. Anyways, we're up. We're across the street, like I said, from the first drop here. Oh yeah, I gotta find my paperwork. Make sure that's in order. So we can get this junk unloaded and off with the rest of our day. And this is the second stop. 2 pages for the first stop. We're good to go. We're good to go. So anyways, guys, I'm a little calmed down this morning. I just figured, you know, if I'm gonna do this channel, then I will put in whatever's going on at the time. And nothing was going on. That's the real situation with anxiety in general, is nothing has to be going on for a lot of thoughts to be going on in your head. So to sum up whatever the last part of the video was, my perceived problem right now is I'm not going to make enough money this week, and I'm not going to make enough money the rest this week, month. And what do I base that on? Absolutely nothing. So that's what was keeping me up last night. And obviously, like, you know, we all know we're in a bad market, high fuel prices, things like that. So there's certainly things that will make it harder on us, and it's difficult to be as optimistic as we were, say, 2 years ago, when we just knew we were going to have a good week. We knew even if we didn't have a good week, the other 3 were going to be awesome. So that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. Kind of how it goes. But Yeah, we're just across the street. Hopefully get this first one knocked out pretty quickly, and then we'll get over to the second stop. That's only, I think it was 9 pallets, so it's 18 pallets to the first one. Hopefully they're a little more motivated to get things done than normal. And then 6 pallets, just 6 pallets to the second one. So that's what we're hoping to do. So yeah, I still feel pretty anxious. I did have a tough time sleeping last night, but hey, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So hopefully we have some news later in the day. After doing the stream, there were some people in the stream that had ran from this area to the West Coast. There's people running from the West Coast and back, it's possible. I would like to do something like that, honestly. If it were completely up to me today, I would like to just head to the West Coast and just drive for the next 4 or 5 days, however long it takes, and just kind of mind my business, know that load is locked up, ready to go for the week, and take all the guesswork out of the rest of the week, honestly, is what I would like to do. So we'll see what happens. I might look at the load board, but I feel like I learned my lesson last time. Just let my dispatcher do his job and I can shut up. How about that? I can shut up and do my job. He's looking at a lot more information than I am, and hopefully knows markets better than I do. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna get across the street and get this delivered. And it's almost 6 a.m. right now, 6:30 delivery. I meant to be up a little bit early, but we are going to be there early regardless. I always say I'm going to stop talking, but I woke up in a panic this morning and just yelled because I thought I missed my alarm. I was like, oh my God. And I woke up and it was 4:30 in the morning. I just didn't hear an alarm because one hadn't gone off yet. And I freaked out and thought that I was late. I'm like, come on, man, you're better than this, but I'm not. I'm not late. Oh, I need to get my, I haven't taken like the anxiety meds in like years. I, for the most part, have it under control, but this week or today, last night, just don't feel good. Just don't feel good at all. Anyways, talk soon. What's up, guys? Just a quick update on the day. I might just, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll just stop taking like multi-stop loads. I have 2 drops on this one, and you guys know from the video, the whole theme of the video is just anxiety for some reason, just in my head constantly. So I have 2 stops, and I was here obviously early for this one this morning for the 6:30 a.m. I got here, you know, a little before 6 or something like that. I was just across the street, and it's 8:20 and they just put me in a door, and my next stop is 74 miles away, so hour and 10 minutes, let's say. So I need to be out of here by like 8:50 to make it on time, right? And with everything going on in my head right now, that's just driving me crazy. And I don't know if these multiple stops are worth it, because my dispatcher can't even make a plan to get me a load because we're just kind of in limbo right now. It could be tomorrow before we reload. I just don't know. And that seems like a waste of a day. So of course I've let them know it's detention time, but I just might stop doing like, oh, sorry, my game's firing up right now, and I have an internet connection at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna like play my game, try to get my mind off stuff. But the guy next to me was backing in. I'm gonna get myself in a lot of trouble out here one day because I get very emotional sometimes. So the guy next to me was backing in, and it was taking him a while, and I'm trying to be patient because these spots aren't very big, right? I need to cross in front of his truck, and I'm gonna back into the door directly to his left, so on his driver's side, right? So I have to wait for him to back in, of course, no big deal. It's taken him a while, but not a huge deal. So he needs to get out of his truck and walk left, right across where I'm gonna be backing in, right? To go to the doors, to go to the office to turn in his paperwork, okay? So he gets out, and he's one of those guys. He's one of them lollygaggers, right? He's like looking around, checking out the scenery, walking very slowly, dicking with his phone, all that stuff. And he gets just about to the point where I can start backing in. Now, mind you, I'm lined up for my spot. I've got my flashers on. If he's paying any kind of attention to the immediate world around him, he would understand these. He's paying attention to things like clouds, and I would say stars, but there's no stars out right now. You know, he's paying attention to the architecture of the building. He's paying attention to whatever's happening on his phone. He's not paying attention to the immediate world around him where I need to back into my spot. So he's almost to where he's out of my way. I'm like, come on, come on, come on, come on. I got places to be, right? And then he turns around. He forgot something and he walks back to his truck. And I got my window down and I go, oh, son of a bitch, out of the door. And he heard me and I'm like, oh, Christ. I'm not trying to start a fight, but for fuck's sake, dude, move. Like, go one way or the other, but I also have a job to do here. I understand that it took you a while to back in. That happens. These are pretty tight spots here. I get that. But this other thing you're doing right now just isn't really working for me. And then he notices because he hears me yell. And hold on, I got a phone call. All right, so that was the broker calling, which was cool of him because I'm over here harassing my dispatcher because I don't want to lose the day, man. It's really frustrating. Anyways, so where was I in the story? I yell, oh, son of a bitch. And then the guy hears me and he goes, oh, and he like realizes there's things happening around him. Other truck drivers doing a job, let's say, hypothetically. And he runs to his truck and he grabs whatever he forgot, and it's multiple pieces of paper. And in his rush, he flings it all over the place I need to park. My door. Took him a while to clean up all his papers. Anyways, I got my door. I just talked to the broker. He said, hey, we'll let the next stop know you're coming and you're late because of this stop, he said, and they'll get you in the door right away. I understand brokers say what they want to tell you, what they want you to hear. Yeah. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Really soon. Promise. All right, we are out of there. 4.5 hours, I think. Let's see, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. It's 11 now. Whatever that comes out to.
Turn left at the stop sign, then turn left.
Second delivery appointment was at 10 a.m. 11 now, like I said. And we've got 73 miles to go to our destination. I've already, of course, been in contact with the broker and my dispatcher to let them all know what's going on. It's only 6 pallets to pull off, but there is no doubt in my mind we could get completely screwed on that 6 pallets. They'll say, well, you missed your appointment. Too bad. And that's the way it goes, I guess. I need to avoid the 2 stops, I think. That's what I think. I've seen the comments suggesting I take them, but we'll see how today goes, if I get completely screwed or not. But whatever, it's done. That part anyways. And we'll go from there. So I don't know, man. I don't know if today's going to be just wasted or if we'll be able to reload or what's going to happen, because it might end up that it's just a wasted day. That's what could possibly happen right now. And that would be really terrible. That would not be a good thing unless we found a really good load
Turn
for
left
tomorrow.
on I-90
Of course, then the short day
left.
wouldn't necessarily kill us. But that's kind of where we're at, guys. I'm going to keep going, get over there to my spot, and see what happens. Talk soon. All right, we'll about get this video over with as we go through whatever this outburst is I'm having on YouTube for everyone to see. I'm just so anxious. I'm just in my head and I'm like, what is going to happen? And it turns out that maybe my anxiety from last night wasn't really that misguided, because today went to hell on me. That's what happened. I took forever to unload at the first stop, which wouldn't have been bad had it only been one stop, right? We still would have had stuff to do, options with the day and things like that. But since we had another stop, I was late to that. Sorry, I should have made myself look good before I got on here. I was late to that and ended up being a work-in for the last 6 pallets that were left on there and wiped out my day for the most part. I mean, it's not horribly late right now. Never mind. Never mind. It's almost 5 p.m. Dispatcher called me and said I found a load going down to Jacksonville for $2,500, and I don't know if I screwed up or not. I told him no. I said, because what are we doing after Jacksonville? I mean, what are we doing? Everybody, I've never ran to Florida, not as anything with lease operator or owner operator, because everybody says it's horrible. Don't run to Florida. So I was like, then what? So I told him no. And then I'm looking at the load board going, oh my God, what the hell are we going to do? From up here, I'm not seeing much of anything that pays very well. I'd rather do like a shorter run back to the Midwest or something like that. I don't want to be him right now, is the point. I don't know. I'm glad today's over, I guess, for me. I'm just going to get some sleep. I'll probably play Cyberpunk for a while, get this video uploaded for you guys, and get some sleep. I'm at a loss. I am at a loss. And this may be misguided. Hold on, dispatch is calling. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, dispatcher just called me. He said, I got one down to Georgia. So he's got kind of an accent. So he said it was somewhere between 900 and 1,100 miles. He said, I got 2,000 early morning Thursday delivery, like 2, 3 in the morning Thursday. I said, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's get this truck rolling. That's what we can do for now. I said, from Georgia, let's find that Thursday to Friday load if there's something, or if there's a run through the weekend load that's going to knock out 4,000 maybe. I don't know. I hate having bad weeks. I know that comes with the territory. I understand that. And I have to pay for parking again tonight. And, God. I said when I came back to YouTube, I would tell my story as it happened, and I would love to get on this channel and tell you everything's beautiful and everything is going wonderful all the time, but I'm just unable to do that. I'm just unable to do that. And, hey, right now, I feel like I'm getting my ass kicked, but he is getting that load. $2,000, let's get down to Georgia. Let's get out of the Northeast. And then from there, can we figure out the next load? And I had to kind of get my mood better, like... your mood will degrade quickly on you out here when things start to go bad. So I took the time to clean up the truck, wipe everything down, get out some cleaner, wipe the dash down, swept the floor, clean the floor, scrub the floor. And I do feel a lot better in the truck. And I do feel better that he's got us a load. That's good. That's great. This week will get better. I have faith. We still have Thursday morning, early Thursday morning delivery. So I'm gonna look at this place, and if it's like Wednesday night I can park there, then I'm going to do that. That way, when we're unloaded Thursday, I've still got my full clock to use, and we can go from there. That's something I have to look at, though. I wish every week was good, guys. I really do. I'm going to have to pay better attention, I guess, because we made pretty good money coming up here. We did pretty good coming up here, but getting out's horrible. Getting out's horrible. We need to stick, like, Denver is as far west as we need to go, right? And getting out of Denver sucks, I get that. But what do you guys think for as far east as we should go? What's the furthest east we should go? And we should just draw our lines and say we're not doing anything outside of this unless it pays well. And that's during the time where the market's terrible, right? But if you go west of Denver, I don't know, maybe that's different in reefer. Maybe that's different. But west of Denver in a dry van, you might as well go broke. You know, you might as well just be giving away your money at that point. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I feel a little bit better that we have a load. And it's an early Thursday morning delivery, because that's going to give us Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days still to make money with $2,000 in our pocket. We can do this. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll see where we're at. Bye now.